20 years later, here is Jon Garland on the set with us. What do you think when you watch that now 20 years later, the complete game in Game 3 of the ALCS against the Angels?
Well, that last pitch we just saw, I got away with a hanger right there, especially against a hitter like Vlad. Woo, got away with one there.
118 pitches. Your manager was reckless, letting you go the whole distance. Can you believe Ozzie Guillen did that?
I should have been fired. You kidding me? What's going on?
I showed his career. So now I think about it. My God, he could have pitched another 10 years, but now I just overused them.
Yeah.
It was so much, but it was fun because I remember coming town, and Gar was pitching, and I remember Dan Cooper and somebody at the I'll tell you what later. Dan Cooper. They told me, hey, let him pitch.
Let him pitch.
Let him pitch. I said, what do I mean, let him pitch? I said, no, before. They told me what happened before. I said, let's just let him pitch and see what happened. And we did, and we got lucky.
Yeah, because going back.
Got lucky? Whoa.
No, wait a minute. We got lucky because your pitching coach don't know what to get because only you 4 innings, you manager. And,
you're talking about, before Ozzie became
I got
the manager in 04.
Yes.
Okay, so what was going on with you? Because your career at like 02, 03, you're still trying to find yourself as a pitcher.
I think at that point, Coop was just simply saying, we have to figure out if he can do it or not. So you have to leave him in the game to find out. Right? If you don't go through it, you're never going to find out. That's plain and simple, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was Coop's thing. Like, he's been here a couple of years, but yet we still haven't found out if he can do it. We need to just let him go and leave him out there and see if he can do it.
And Coop told me, also Farmio told me, every time he's throw the ball well in the 4th, 5th inning, or third time around, they have somebody warming up when the guy, was throwing good. Then Coop got upset, and then you got to make him lose confidence. I said, that's what you want. That's what you're going to get.
All right, so you mentioned Ed Farmer. Now, you're wearing a White Sox jersey. I just assumed you're wearing a Jon Garland jersey, but you're not. Can you – I don't know if it's possible for you to show.
I'm not. I'm wearing a Farmer jersey.
Okay.
I am.
You're wearing an Ed Farmer jersey.
They said I was possibly going to throw out the first pitch, and I said if I do, I would like to do it in an Ed Farmer jersey. Yeah.
Because of what he meant to you.
What he meant to me, what he meant to my career, on and off the field, really, just as a person, as a man, growing up. He meant a lot to me. He truly did.
Did he play a role in you coming to the White Sox? Because you got drafted by the Cubs and you were traded here.
He always said he did. Now, if it's true or not, we'll probably never know, but I guess it will be true then. Because he said that was his saying. He always told Ron Schuler was a GM when I first got called up, that if I ever became available in a trade to get me. And obviously it happened. They traded for me, and he takes the credit from there on out.
Okay, well, you had something to do with it, too. But I wanted to ask you this because what's kind of been forgotten is the White Sox called you up when you were 20. When you were 20, younger than even you when you were in the majors, right?
Wow.
And you were the Sox, I think, second-ranked prospect, and you struggled that first year. And the White Sox, this current team has a lot of young pitching prospects that are trying to get to the major leagues. So what did you learn from that experience? What could you share with young pitchers of today trying to get here?
Well, you always learn more when you lose, right? Those tougher times, you tend to learn more, all right? You learn to figure it out. If you're going to dig that hole, you got to dig your way out. And I think that's just what it did. Like you said, they let me go out and pitch, so I had to figure out how to pitch. I had to figure out how to get outs. I wasn't striking a lot of guys out by any means. You can go and look at the numbers and see that. So I had to figure out how to pitch. I had to figure out how to get through lineups. Had to figure out how to stay away from the guys that I didn't want to face. I figured out how to slow the game down when guys go on base. Give my outfielders extra time to throw guys out. Give my infielders extra time for double plays. And it just comes with time, and it comes with the experience. But it takes a manager, it takes somebody to give you the opportunity to try, to find out if you can do it.
All right, so 2005, that was your breakout season. You start 8-0. You win 18 games. So what happened in 05? How did it all come together for you?
There was two big factors in my eyes. One was I was more comfortable in the big leagues and the team that I was on. I don't think people realize when you get to the big leagues as a young guy, at least for me, that learning curve, and you're not as comfortable as you should be or you want to be to at least get the best out of yourself. Mm-hmm. So I'd already had some time in. I felt more comfortable. I felt more comfortable around the guys. And then that year seemed to be the one year I probably had the most starts with a single catcher that year than I had previously. I'd thrown to a lot of different catchers throughout my career, especially when you're so-called the fourth or fifth guy in the lineup there for the staff. You're going to tend to get your starter's day off. So you have the backup catcher. So up to that point, I had a lot of different catchers, and a lot depends on that relationship.
And so you had a good relationship with AJ?
Yes.
On the field, yes.
Yes.
Think about it.
We definitely had our
doing the game, yes.
we definitely had our bump ins, but nothing major.
Yeah.
It was just the normal stuff as a pitcher and catcher would go through. But once we got rolling, absolutely.
Yeah.
He knew what was working for me in the bullpen, and he wouldn't let me get away from that in a game.
That's good. What was Ozzie like as a manager?
You cannot say bad thing next to him.
Well, or he might.
I don't mind.
I'll let it fly.
I don't
Let
mind.
it fly.
I don't
It's okay.
mind.
Ozzie
No,
does.
I don't.
I just
mind.
got in this conversation earlier tonight. Was one of my favorite managers because he allowed the team to go out and play. In baseball, you can't control the game as a manager. You can try. You can try and do the right things, but so many funny little things happen throughout a game that people don't realize. You just have to let it happen, and that's what he did. He didn't try and control those things, and when he saw something was working, he didn't change it.
What was it like to manage?
Oh,
John
I was the best manager that with that 5 guys. Every day I feel great because here's the ball, bro. I was the pitch count 25, 28, 102. Get somebody up 105. I think it's still good. Just get another. That's easy to manage when you have a staff like that,
Yeah.
and when you have a team as a team like that. We don't have the superstars, but we have a team that they care about each other on the field. They do what it's up to do. There's nothing better than that.
I think sometimes too that pitch count gets a little too much.
Yes.
You know, because there's games as a starter, I throw 80 pitches and be gassed and have nothing, and there's times you throw 120 can keep going. It's just the flow of the game. Is it easy? Is it hard? Is there hard innings? It just you got to watch it and let it play out.